I've lived right on this property all my life, and we started out here raising chickens, and right after World War II, my father bought a Quonset house kit, which is a half a round tin can, constructed it right near our winery site today, and it was to be used as a brooder house. Well, about a week after this brooder house was finished, our house burned down. We moved temporarily into that Quonset house, and everybody read these lips: temporary on a farm is permanent. And our family and my parents lived in that house for 25 years, and 2 rooms, front room, living room, kitchen, and everything else, and then a sleeping room. Outdoor toilet and all that sort of thing, and it was 10 miles into town, all on gravel roads, and it was a
tough life.
It was tough. We were so poor we didn't even know it, and my brother and I went out and with our little .22 single shot, and hey folks, we ate a lot of deer, a lot of venison. That's all we had to eat. Then we went broke raising chickens and went more heavily into the sheep than we were before. My brother and I learned how to shear sheep, and we did all the hardest work I've ever done is shearing a sheep. And we sheared all of ours and all of our neighbors around, trying to make $1 or $2. And our line fence on our vineyard back here, about a quarter of a mile back here, is the last fence between here and 45 miles to the coast. It's wild cougars, coyotes, bears, and everything. And we fed more prime lamb to the coyotes than I can shake a stick at. I don't think we made a nickel an hour in all the time we had sheep. Finally, I talked my dad into selling the sheep in the late 70s and going into raise cattle, and built this big barn up here to do that. And then the rest is history, because
that's when the French called.
The people wanted to buy this place, and when I found out why, I said, hey, we can do that. And I kind of dragged the whole rest of the family in, kind of kicking and scratching to, I think I was the only one who really realized how much work it would be and the monetary investment. But anyway, we did, and here we are today in 2008, and
well, let's not forget that you were a school teacher for 30 years, teaching Spanish, and at the end of a school day, Robin would come out and plant a few more grapes. Went to a broom factory to find secondhand broom handles for the stakes, peeled the bark off the trees for his own posts. I mean, you talk about hard work. It was a lot of hard work. So when 30 years of teaching ended, and when Robin retired, he had a 70-acre vineyard to tend to, so there was no such thing as retirement.
We have about 150 acres of forest, and I think that we're the only vineyard, maybe anywhere, where the owners of the vineyard went out, cut down the trees to thin the forest, and then cut those trees up into 8-foot lengths, hand peeled them with peeling spuds, let them lay on the ground for several weeks to drop a lot of their weight, packed them on our shoulders out of the forest, put them in the back of a wagon, then ricked them up until they really dried out, banded them, hauled them into the pressure treating plant, and then hauled them back every post in our 70-acre vineyard. And that was about 4 years of work. And if we made a nickel an hour doing all that, I'll eat this glass right here, because we didn't. I look back on that, and that was all we got, was a lot of bursitis in our shoulders and everything else. But I guess that gave us a lot of character, and I don't need any more character for the rest of my life now.